Is the recession coming to an end? We'll get a better idea today if the worst downturn in 5 decades eased in the second quarter when the government releases the latest report on GDP. That's coming later this morning. Bloomberg's Peter Cook is in our Washington bureau with more on the report and what it might reveal. Peter?
Well, Eric, if some economists are right, today's GDP report will mark the last quarterly decline of this recession. And from this point on, the U.S. economy will begin to grow. But that is a big if. Not everyone's on the same page with regard to that forecast. According to the median forecast of economists surveyed by Bloomberg, the economy likely shrank 1.5% at an annual rate from April through June. Still negative, but a big improvement over the 5.5% drop in the first quarter. Still, it would be the 4th consecutive decrease in GDP and the longest losing streak since records began in 1947. Asked for his own prediction on Thursday, the president said the report will show an economy stepping away from the precipice, but far from healed.
We were in a position where we could have gone into a Great Depression. I think those fears have abated. But I suspect that the GDP numbers will still show that the economy contracted in the second quarter, that job loss is still a huge problem.
Rising unemployment means Americans have less to spend, and that's slowing recovery. Consumer spending the second quarter forecast to be down 0.5%, according to economists in our survey. But weak demand means fewer imports, so trade could be one area of improvement in the report today. Economists will also be looking closely at inventory levels.
I think it's probably going to be down between 1% and 2% at an annual rate. And what's going to matter for the markets really is the composition between how much inventory destocking was there against just how good or bad were final sales, because that'll give us a hint at least as to what we're probably going to see in the third quarter.
Again, any sign that companies will need to rebuild inventory levels bodes well for the third quarter, but Rosenberg cautions that even if the report today shows the recession may be ending, it doesn't mean sustained recovery is here. Deirdre, the numbers are out, 8:30 Eastern Time.
Peter, thanks very much.